Hey everybody. This, I don't know if it's going to be a series. It'll probably be like a 5 or 6 part series, but it's going to be, we're going to need to know this, I guess. Um, I've gotten over the past month or so, I've gotten 3 or 4 emails from people wanting me to join their groups, see if I'm interested, then, send them money to help buy supplies. And that's a red flag for me right there. One of them I got was in the Midwest, um, around, Indiana. Um, then I got one, I think it was from Florida. Then I got one out northwest, Wyoming. You know, um, they sent pictures in the email of the place and everything, and that was just a red flag. That's a scam. And I don't know if any of you guys, I've seen probably 15, 20 videos of people on YouTube, you know, wanting to start up a group, send money, they'll buy supplies. Um, but man, that right there is, to me, is dangerous because number one, you really don't know what that person's like. Number two, how are you going to get there? Say this person is 100 miles away from you, and a SHTF situation happens, EMP, economic collapse, a nuke lands, the roadways are going to be blocked. How are you going to get to this person's place? And when you get there, is this person even going to be there? You got to be careful of that, you know, um, because, like I said, what happens if you can't get there? You send this person $200 or $300 so they can buy supplies and get everything prepared for everybody, and you can't get there, or you get there and they're nowhere in sight. They've bugged out. You could have took that money and bought and kept it at your place for you and your family. To me, I think it's a scam. People's just trying to get money to buy their own supplies. I work too hard for my money to send it to anybody to getting a group. You know, I know a few people that we're going to get into a group, but they buy their stuff, I buy my stuff, and we've already got agreement. When we come together, they keep what they have, we keep what we have. But when we go out hunting or fishing or trapping, or we're doing gardening and stuff, then that goes in on the group. But if I bring supplies and medical, that stays with my family. That don't go to the group. Because I'm like this, if you want to form a group, you should already have your own supplies. And what you bring with you is yours. And if you decide to leave that group, what you bring with you is yours to take. Now, I've watched some videos where once you get there and what you have, it goes in on the group. And if you decide to leave, you can't take what you want, take what you brought in because it wouldn't be fair to the group. That's bullshit. I would not deal with that crap. So that's why be careful of these buy-in groups that I want to call them. Send me money and you got a place in the group. Like I said, what happens if you can't get there? It's going to be, is it going to be really worth it? You know, like I said, I don't understand how people falls for that. You know, sending another person money so they supposedly can buy supplies for the group. Who's to say if something happens and you get there, they're not there. They've moved on to another location and you're out all that money just because, oh, they're honest. How do you know how honest that person is? You know, you might have met them one or two times. How do you know how honest that person is? In a SHTF situation, there are not going to be too many honest people around. They're going to be out for themselves. And say this person has 4 or 5 people sends them $200 or $300 each. That's a lot of money. And that person goes and buys supplies. Well, an SHTF situation happens and they're thinking, well, I got all these people coming and I'm going to have to share all this and this is going to take away from my family. We're going to bug out. We're going to go to another spot. And they take all that supplies and they bug out so they can provide and take care of their family. You guys show up and it's empty. There's nothing. What are you going to do? How are you going to feel? What are you going to think? Have you guys thought about, have you seen these videos where they want you to buy into the group and send them money? It's a scam. I mean, I don't trust nobody when it comes to that. You know, I buy for my family. And like I said, I have a few people that's going to come in, but they're bringing their supplies and that's there for them and theirs. My supplies are for me and mine. Now, what we hunt and what we catch, you know, trap and fish and garden, then we share it. If we go out and we trade for, say, we got tomatoes or something like that, and we trade people for some medical supplies, then that goes in onto the group. You know, now I'm not, you know, say one of the group members gets cut and get an infection and they don't have antibiotics. You could spare a few. I would spare a few antibiotics to help them, yes. But would I give them the whole bottle of antibiotics? No, I wouldn't. Because I'm just cutting my throat and I'm cutting my family's throat by giving the whole bottle of antibiotics to them. You know, I would give them a few to help them heal, but I wouldn't give them everything. But that's what a lot of these groups want. You know, when you walk through that gate or that driveway or whatever onto their property, they think your supplies is the group supplies and they control it, what is to be given out. Piss on that. No. You know, if I bust my guts out for my supplies, and I'm damn sure not going to give them away to somebody to control me. See, that's what people get upset on watching videos of people selling products on their channel. You know, they get upset about that. But they don't think about people selling safety. They hear, oh man, I can buy into a group and they'll have everything there just sitting waiting for us. I'd much rather buy a product off of a channel, give them the money, and it's sent to me. At least it's mine. I have it in my hand. I'm not going to send money to somebody just to take their word that they're going to, quote unquote, buy preps for everybody and everybody be safe in their area and take a chance of getting there and they're not even there, or getting there and they want you to give everything you have to the group. That's a scam, and a lot of people fall for it. They don't think. They get upset when they see people selling stuff, products, but they don't get upset when they hear somebody saying, send me money so I can buy supplies for everybody. They're selling safety. They're selling false hope. And people buy into that quicker than somebody selling, say, a expensive saw, one of those silky saws, or whatever. I'm just trying to use an example. But I would trust that person selling that silky saw a lot more than somebody trying to sell safety and security. Because in my book, a person trying to sell safety and security like that is a fraud, is a control freak, and they're just looking out for themselves, and they're going to screw people over. That's just my opinion. That's my outlook. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen these videos? Or have you got emails from people wanting you to buy into the group for safety or for whatever they try to use? I did respond to one back, and I said, well, what happens if I decide to leave your group after 6 months? Do I get my money back if nothing's happened? Now I got an email, oh no, once you send the money and we buy stuff for the group, we can't reimburse or refund any money. So therefore, basically they're saying, give me the money and that's it. I don't go along with that. That's a scam. If you're going to spend that type of money, if you want a group, talk to people, form your own group. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't be sending it to other people that's selling false safety and security. Because the only thing they're doing is lining their pockets, buying preps for them and their family. Now, some people probably disagree with this, but that's cool. You can disagree with me. This is my outlook. This is the way I see things. People who trust people in a SHTF situation, people who think other people's going to take care of them, they're fools. They're fools. If you think another person, 100 miles away from you or whatever, is going to actually take care of you, back in the 80s, they was that Baker Foundation Church, and they sent all that money to Tammy Faye Baker and her husband, and come to find out he went to prison for embezzlement and fraud and everything. That's what's going to happen to you. You're just going to send your money away and somebody else is going to enjoy it. So, me, I'm very leery. I work too hard for my money, and I'm not going to give it to nobody. Hell, I even hate paying bills, because I don't think the government and these electric companies deserve it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's something sensible to think about, reasonable to think about? Or do you think just because somebody's on YouTube making videos selling safety, it's okay to buy into it? Me, not me. I'm too hard-headed, too much of an alpha male to be taken advantage of. I wouldn't do it. And I hope these video series I'm going to do will help convince other people not to buy in to the fraud these people are selling. Granted, now, this, like I said, this is just my opinion. Granted, they might be legit. They might have the stuff there and ready to go. I just don't trust people like that. I'm not telling you to be like me. You know, if you trust people like that, that's the gamble. That's the roll of the dice you got to consider and deal with if you get screwed over, if you don't get screwed over. You know, that's a chance you guys got to take. I'm just putting the information out there and letting you guys think for yourself. You know, you might not have considered this, or you might not have heard about this, but if things start getting better, starts getting worse, you know, there's going to be more and more people on YouTube saying, hey, send me this and send me that, and you got a spot in our group. Are you going to fall for it? Or are you just going to keep your money in you and buy your own preps and keep for your family? That's the smart thing to do. That way, nobody can control it. Nobody can control you. You can do what you want to do. But like I said, this is going to be probably a 5 or 6 part series. And we'll go from there. And give me your feedback. I want to know what you guys think about it. And everybody, be safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.